Okay. So we're here on the bus right after the stream.
Yeah.
Stream.
Nobody was on the stream, by the way.
Yeah. It was just a video because we didn't get any viewers. So yeah, we're halfway. You can see that we're right here.
Yeah, it's casino. I've been here before.
Here it is. I think this is the water reclamation facility.
Yeah, I've been here.
I think this is.
I've seen it.
I think this is it.
Across here with my uncle.
Yeah.
So when this is happening, we'll see you on the trip to the water reclamation.
So yeah.
All right, we're at the water reclamation center called Kurt Segler.
Kurt Segler water reclamation center.
Yeah, and
It's gonna smell like poop in there.
I believe
So now we're at the gate, as you can see. We're at the gate.
Lots of plants here, by the way.
Yeah, look at all those plants. You can check out my Musical.ly. I have a Musical.ly that's
join the Discord.
join Discord. I'll leave my Discord number and my Discord tag and my number there and my everything. I'm gonna also leave the Musical.ly link thing so you guys can follow me. I only have 12 followers. That's sad. And he has a Discord too. I'll leave it down too in the description. It's really cool. You can join us and say bad stuff and dumb stuff and stuff. Yeah. And also I'll leave laser beams because I also joined laser beams Discord. So yeah. If you guys do not know Laserbeam, he's a really cool YouTuber. He's not sponsoring this video, but I just wanted to say it.
YouTubers can't sponsor others. It's companies.
Yes, you can. It says join. And other big YouTubers can sponsor little YouTubers. Okay, so there's also you know the YouTuber PewDiePie, the largest YouTuber in the world. He's gonna be beat by T-Series. It's an Indian music thing, music company that works on YouTube. They have 67,100,000 subscribers, and PewDiePie has 67,300,000. He's about to be beat by T-Series. I would really appreciate if you subscribe to PewDiePie.
So yeah.
And me.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
We just want him to win.
Yeah.
Screw Logan Paul, he sucks.
Kind of. Jake Paul sucks.
Yeah, well, Logan Paul, he scams people.
He scams people.
He scams people for the views.
Yeah.
For them to
Clickbait. He said he would be punching through a pumpkin, and then he just cut it with an axe. You can see the rip marks. That's my mom. Chaperone for the field trip.
Estamos igual de gorditos, mira. Sonríe, smile.
So yeah. We're gonna get off. I'll see you later.
Right as it comes in. But the stuff that goes out is not called outflow, it's called effluent. So influent, effluent, in and out. So this is where influent comes into the plant. Now this is where all the big chunks of stuff, whatever you want to call a chunk, comes through here. And where you have these 4 cabinets right here, there's machinery inside of it. So the water comes inside, comes into the front of the plant, the influent, and it goes into one of these 4 cabinets. Inside of these cabinets, I'll have them open it up in just a second. It looks like a bunch of fingers. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, because the custom.
So that might be a little surprising because it looks kind of clean.
It's a Halloween.
But there's a bunch of really thin fingers all lined up against each other. What happens is, imagine if you had your hands in a stream of water. Your fingers spread open. If there's something floating down through this stream of water as big, it's going to get caught in your fingers. Well, that's what this does. But there's so much stuff that comes down through here that it would just start to build up. So what happens is that periodically, this machine turns on, and his fingers move up to the next set of fingers. And then more stuff just keeps getting lifted and lifted and lifted. You open that one up? This is a safe distance for everybody in case you get grossed out.
Wait.
We'll walk around this other side here and show you what a loaded one looks like. And all your questions can be answered as to what comes into this plant. Okay? So the point of this is to get the large stuff out. Now in between each of those fingers is about a 1/4 inch gap. So anything smaller than a 1/4 inch will float through these fingers. And that's going to be all those little dissolved particles I was telling you about. It's also going to be small parts of grit and gravel. And we don't want those in our plant because those things start breaking pumps and they start etching pipe. So anyway, this is the screening section of it. This gets the large parts out. We're going to walk by and just walk by the edge of the concrete and you can see what's in the screens. Okay? This ditch is about 18 feet deep. This machine's stuck down in it. More trucks. More trucks. Where's it going? It goes up over the top of this. It's really working now. Everybody must be flushing right now. So anyway, we got to get it from here up into this building, up into the top floor of this building. We use a big vacuum system. Not like a vacuum cleaner, but it uses the vacuum concept. Vacuum principle, whatever you want to call it. A bunch of it just went up into that building. And up there, it gets deep water. It's kind of wet right now. We have machines that actually take the water out of all this junk. Because what ends up happening is it dumps into the back of a big trailer and it goes out to a landfill where everybody else's trash goes. We have a special spot for it. So now we've gotten rid of the big junk in the water, or whatever you want to call it. So now there's just a whole bunch of little parts that we've got to get rid of now before the water's clean enough to leave the plant. Listen. All right, so anybody got any questions before we leave this part? Yes. Where do we what? Oh, this all goes out to the landfill where your trash goes. Yep.
What is this called?
That's called the screenings. It's a dewatering building. Screenings, dewater. Does that make sense? This is the screenings. That's going to take the water out of it. Make it dry. Dry screening.
For our purposes, this is called step 1.
Step 1. I meant to get on page with you because I know you guys do a project. I'd like to hear the smart reports in. So let me know if I can give any help on it. Okay, we're going to go on. Right, so this is kind of, most wastewater plants are built in the low part of the valley because to get everything here to get treated, it shouldn't cost any money to run pumps to pump everything here. This is all gravity fed. So it was all gravity fed when it comes through the step screens. There's another section that helps get rid of the grit. Where we're at right now is called the pumping station, the influent pumping station. Remember I told you influent means coming in. So, influent. Huh? Yeah, you're between 1 and 2. But I want to let you know because from here on out, everything is pumped throughout this plant. There's other treatment processes that have to happen, but we can't gravity feed it anymore. It has to be pumped around the plant. So underneath us right now, there's 9 10 million gallon a day pumps down there. That means that each pump can pump 10 million gallons in one day. We don't run them all at the same time, but there's a large pump station underneath here. And I just wanted to point that out to you because part of it has to go over to the east side, which we're on, and then the rest of it has to go over to the west side. handles about 16 million gallons a day. So we're very deliberate on what goes where. The process is very sensitive to what flow we're using. So I just wanted to point that out to you guys, that this is the influent pump station. All right, so next we're going to go to step 2. All right, we're going to go this way. And by the way, does it smell as bad right now as when you first? No. Still smells bad? No. Okay, that's because of, this is just an interesting, this is just a little side note thing.
Listen up.
All right, your nose gets tired of smelling. You know, if something stinks really bad, of course it's pretty offensive at first, but after a while it's not so bad. It's called olfactory fatigue. Have you heard of olfactory bulbs? You've studied sharks. Sharks really utilize olfactory. It's how you utilize your sense of smell. Yeah, throughout, yeah. And so your nose gets tired of smelling, so this isn't going to smell as bad. And it's not because it got cleaner all of a sudden, it's just because your nose is tired, all right? But,
Is this still part of step 1?
I'm sorry, what?
Is this still part of step 1?
No, this has been in between 1 and 2, all right? So I'll take it in. Just remove phosphorus.
Little one, not the big one with the blue roof, but the one next to it. There's a laboratory in there.
It's phosphorus removal. And that happens because bacteria, go into environments with air and without air. Phosphorus, PHOR, PHRUS.
It's pH.
I'm not sure. pH.
I thought it was like F-O-R. Yes.
Let's see.
Food trips fun.
I'm real Foster and then
Cheers.
oh no, it's pH.
It's fun, but we're at the same time because we're looking at food.
Yeah.
Somebody had some questions here.
Wait,
¿Tienes alguna pregunta? Son
it's
questions.
like me becoming a drought thing, whatever.
We are in a drought. Yeah, Lake Mead's low. It's getting lower. It will be okay.
Are you helping?
We're trying.
It's like
150 feet.
it's only
Okay.
37% water.
That's if there's always been a lake right there. It wasn't always a lake. You know when the lake was made?
19
5, 6.
You got a question?
What stuff do you not want to know in your toilet?
Chemicals. You guys good on what's happening?
Chemicals.
Toys.
Animals.
Food.
I got another goldfish.
Yeah, we've seen goldfish. Yeah.
Do you say I saw a rat? I got. What is the weirdest thing you have caught in the fingers? Are they usually dead by time?
Yeah. The strangest thing. I mean, we get all kinds of like boards and branches and stuff that somehow make it in there. But we cleaned that out one time, and in the bottom I found a Matchbox car, little, like a Hot Wheel.
How does it do that?
You ever have those when you were a kid? You're still a kid. Okay. I flushed this.
No more dive fishes in there.
That's two.
We're gonna move over to the clarifiers.
Oh yeah,
We're gonna move over.
You guys ready?
Oh, I don't have enough room. Airplane flying next to the moon. Hi.
Okay.
All right, so this is still part of 2, right?
Clarifying ponds?
Yeah.
We call 3.
You call it 3?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll tell you how it's still part of 2. Okay, so these are called clarifiers. And when I started off telling you about a glass of muddy water, and if you just leave it alone, it'll all settle out. Well, that's part of what we do here. And this is a clarifier, and so is that. This one's not in service right now. That one is. But I'll let you guys see this one so you know what all the parts look like that's underwater.
Okay.
So the way that this is part of step 2 is that when everything settles, we get they call it a sludge blanket. But it's just a bunch of bacteria that are laying there, waiting for us to use them. So we have pumps set up to where we can take part of the sludge and put it back into that process. I was telling you about starving bugs and then bugs having food and then not having food. This is part of it. Part part of the bacteria gets sent back into this B&R process. The other part of it gets wasted. And I mean, that's where we get rid of it and we send it over to that tall building over there, the solids process building. We de-water, just like we de-watered the screenings, we're going to de-water the sludge. So this has, the way that this actually collects the sludge, you'll see it has a skimmer that goes across the top of the water. It collects the scum that may float up, and then it puts it into, it actually wastes the scum. But down below there's some arms on the very bottom, and they scrape along the bottom, and their job is to get the sludge to go to the middle so that our pumps can send it either over to the DNR or send it over to the solids dewatering, okay? So just one more time, this is where the water slows down, all the solids settle out. Good. So what's the big force at work here? Right. Go Dan, say it loud.
Gravity.
Gravity is pulling down all of that sludge right down to the bottom. Free. It's free. All right, let's see what question.
Come on. Ay, stop. Oh, it's a diver here.
Oh, there's a dead bird.
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Over there. Not that bears over there.
This might be the highest up some of these kids have ever been.
Yeah.
Keep coming.
Where'd you step?
Right now.
Kill that bird.
Oh man. And then you can see. Hey, don't lean against that, okay?
That's poop. No, that's not. That's land.
All right, so it's moving through.
Like what? Okay, I want to touch it now. Look at those conveyor belts.
You guys still hungry? We used to have some really crazy guys that worked here, and they used to grab that and make a ball and throw it at people.
Oh no! Spiders!
Not
That's the
nice.
slime! I bet the spiders die.
Where that goes into the back of the trailer
That's why we don't see them.
from here. So you can see it coming off of those as well.
He's actually